Live from the historical Jack Benny stage at the American Legion, Post 519 in downtown Palm Springs, California. It's the Mark and Tony Show, starring Mark Lantero and Tony Pomponio. Tonight's guests, entertainer Shelby Winstead, actor Steven Ciceron, and yours truly, Mark Antonelli. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm Palm Springs welcome to your hosts, Mark and Tony.
Thank you, everybody, for showing up tonight.
Hey, wait for me.
Where you at?
You forgot me.
Come on, sit down a little bit. Let's relax. You ready? We do this every week.
I'm already
on three.
I'm already unbuttoned.
I know. On three.
One, two, three. Okay, four.
Oh, God. All right, Tony.
All right.
Another great show. We're going to start another one tonight.
Well, you know what? This is going to be
good.
This is going to be a lot of fun tonight.
Hold it. I know you say you don't like this, but I'm going to do it anyway.
Oh, I don't understand these guys how they cross their legs. I got legs like tree trunks over here. I was a former running back, okay, back in the day.
And your point?
My point is I got some big-ass legs, and I can't. We're built for running, not for friggin' crossing like that.
Sounds good.
Okay.
So anyway, moving along, everybody. So what's going on?
You know, I
haven't seen you in a while, brother.
You know what? I've been so excited about being part of showbiz. I think I want to change my name.
Change your name?
Yeah, I want to have like a name like all you friggin' actors have.
You're 60-something years old. You're going to change your name now?
Yeah, I'm going to change my name now. Well, actually, It's not a name change. It's actually my real name.
What is it?
Antonio Pomponio. Can you imagine that, folks? Hey, listen, what do you think, huh? What?
All right,
Antonio.
I know we're a morning show, but that kind of sounds like a porn star's name.
Ah, geez, here we go. I'm not the guy running around with a friggin' rooster friggin' haircut over here.
Hey, don't make fun of the hair. The hair travels very, very well.
You know, I'm going to be honest with you. I was in my bathroom the other day, and my wife walked in. And, you know, I was fixing my hair. I wasn't doing that. That's in the other room, okay? Separate door over there.
Remember, we're a morning show.
Ah, jeez. You know, I can't do anything with that. You got to criticize everything I say.
Well, because it's kind of a way to just criticize you. I don't know. Go ahead.
Anyway. So she walked in. Franny's my wife. Most people know who she is. She's our makeup artist.
Yes,
and she comes up to me. She goes, "Hey, I want to fix the flip on your hair like Mark has." I go, "What the frick? I'm Italian. I slick my hair back. I'm looking for a role on The Sopranos when they redo The Sopranos. I don't want to be like this guy over here, friggin' Rooster Cogburn over here." Are you kidding me?
Perfect.
You know, I still think the night that you were in trouble and I fixed it with a fork, it looked much better.
You know what? You ruined it for life doing that.
Ah, jeez.
You know what? We're going to have a great show.
Ladies and gentlemen, I get no respect. I feel like the Rodney Dangerfield of this show.
You are the Rodney Dangerfield of this show.
Listen, you see the clock? You always make fun of me. Look at the clock.
We got time.
We got time? 22, 21, 20, 19. Okay, take it from here.
We're going to be back in a minute with Mr. Steve Ciceron and a special guest of ours, Miss Shelby Winstead, will be singing a song. Stay tuned, everybody.
We'll be right back.
The saying goes, a picture is worth 1,000 words. At GRA's Visions, we create photography that speaks volumes and comes across loud and clear. Specializing in beautiful portraiture, we also offer photographic excellence from corporate to candid, in banquets or backyards, and from formal to fun. GRA's Visions is the only real answer to your photographic needs. So if you want it to look great, call 760-218-1938.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you very much. This guest that's going to be coming out here right now is a personal friend of mine, and Tony for that fact.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
He works both coasts as far as doing commercial work, movie, film, TV commercials, even some theater work. He stands all about 5 foot tall. I think he's about as tall as Al Pacino.
Yep.
And we've both worked with him on Mark's Place. Good kid. Nice guy. Never on time, though, but it's all right.
Oh, hi. You must be Alexandros. I'm...
My 2 o'clock. Welcome.
I honestly haven't taken photos of myself in a...
Where's your makeup?
Well, I was just going to put on a little bit of foundation.
Follow Milo. He's just going to help you make a few minor adjustments.
Well, that's okay. I prefer a more natural look.
No, it's mostly for the camera. Milo won't overdo it.
I think I'm all ready.
One moment.
I don't remember these on your website.
Oh. Those are all just different lighting demonstrations. We like to say those photos left our models speechless. Come over here, on the X. Look into the camera. A little less teeth. Less. Exquisite. Keep that pose. I want to get a few more.
Everybody, a round of applause for Mr. Steven Ciceron.
There he is.
I just noticed those. Check out them shoes.
No wonder you were late.
I don't know what the protocol is anymore. Do you hug? Do you shake hands? Do you give the elbow? I mean, you're producer.
I'll tell you what we do first. We sit down and we relax.
Here's really how it goes.
Ladies before
you hug the ladies and just shake hands with the guys. Okay, have a seat.
I tell you,
It makes more sense.
It's funny, your producer, Sonny Velosi, he told me to make sure I brought my vaccination card. And he said, and bring an 8x10 glossy. So I thought he meant a headshot, but no, he wanted my vaccination card in an 8x10 glossy.
So did you bring it?
Yeah.
Well, you should have brought it here so we could have just displayed it right out here in front,
You're
Steven.
right. I would want a nice border around
Yeah.
it, too. And by the way, I'm 5 feet, 7.5 inches, a big 5, 7.5 inches.
Okay,
More
so
like
there
Tom-
it is. It's on record, everybody. So on his IMDb and his SAG card, I want everybody to know he's 5'7".
Okay, all right.
So-
We're gonna, you know what? We're gonna start where we know you. Well, at least I know you best, and I think you do as well. On Mark's Place, okay? Our show on Amazon Prime. Now, Steve is always the subject of. Well, I'll let you take it from here. Why don't you tell us about your character on Mark's Place?
So my character is basically a frustrated actor who thinks he's better than what he is, and he can't get an acting job. And he's been trying for years and years. He comes from money, but his parents won't give him the money. And he's also maitre d' of this restaurant, Mark's Place, which is a dive bar.
Hey,
wait a
watch
minute, wait a minute.
yourself.
Hey, easy,
Watch,
easy.
watch.
But he tries to make it like a French restaurant. And he speaks
Okay.
French on there and tries to make it more elegant than what it is.
And that's our first problem, but go ahead.
And so
yeah.
he gets into trouble and all that kind of stuff, playing both roles.
Yep. And I'll tell you, one of my favorite scenes in the movie was when we were kidnapped. Okay? You're going to have to watch the show if you haven't seen this, but we all ended up getting kidnapped.
The one in the car?
One in the car, yeah.
Man.
Calm down, boss. I got it all under control.
Yeah, I can see that, but what is this FBI nonsense?
I had to say something. You guys were in trouble.
Yeah, I want to know what the hell is going on here. We just passed 2 more gas stations. Will you please pull over? I got to go.
Please let him out of this car. His scent is invading my space. Yeah, that's the one we recorded.
No, that was later when we got. What do you mean I farted?
Well, you do that throughout the show anyway,
Well,
so there was nothing
No,
different.
he goes, you're invading my privacy. Or you're invading my what? Space. Yes.
A little background, Steven. Obviously, you and I have known one another because we've done a lot of movies together.
Sure.
Obviously, we've done Mark's
And you
Place
treat me
together.
as little brother.
I treat you as my little brother. I'm trying to direct you like I couldn't today because you weren't around to be directed. But yes, we kind of make sure we hit our marks. We make sure we have our lines down. We make sure
Right,
everything is
right.
everything is politically correct as far as the movies go.
Yeah.
But I want to know, since you are bi-coastal and you are working obviously out here, you're working out east. Are you doing a lot of theatrical work out east? What's happening back there on the other?
Actually, I haven't done too much theater work. Especially, I was supposed to do something in L.A. The Broadway musical Matilda
Okay.
was going to be out in L.A. and then it was canceled at the last moment. But I don't do as much theater as I used to when I first started. I do more film. So what I did, I was just in New York City. I got back 2 days ago, and I played Demetrius, which was patriarch of a vampire clan family.
How'd you like doing that?
I liked it because it was an evil role, and you know how I'm really enjoying those evil roles.
I was going to say, for you, that
Really did.
you're really getting your acting chops.
I'm loving the evil because it's not me. I'm a friendly guy, but I had the long hair. I was sporting the long hair. I just cut like 5 or 6 inches
I
off my
noticed
hair.
that. It's a lot shorter
So,
now.
I mean, how many men are willing to give up 6 inches?
It's a morning show, everybody, but we'll keep it going. Good old Steven. He threw me that zinger right there.
Here we go. Glad it wasn't me. Hey, listen, I got to tell these guys, I watch him on Facebook, and he puts up little photos and things that he does. All right, my favorite is when you came one day to the set on Mark's Place. You said, "Guys, I got to go. I can't be here too long. I got to go learn how to ride a horse."
Oh, that's right. That was from my cowboy movie.
That's your cowboy movie. What's your sheriff, Marshall Dillon?
That's right.
Follow 5'7" of you or
So
something?
I lied on that. Basically, when I was auditioning for that, they said, "Can you ride a horse?" I said, "Of course I can." No actor's going to say he doesn't do it. I mean, if you say you're going to tap dance, you learn how to tap dance, and with Facebook, YouTube, you can learn that. So I learned how to ride a horse.
So, what did you think?
I
saw
can
a
ride
picture of you on a horse with
yeah,
a
with the
motorcycle
long hair
helmet,
bouncing
though.
up and down.
Yeah.
I felt like Bo Derek.
That's my kid brother for you, everybody. He does another singer. We're up to 2, and I am keeping count.
Oh, God help me.
Because this segment will end at some point, and then he and I will have words.
Really, deep down inside.
Don't ever make him angry.
And deep down inside, he wants to be Brad Pitt, okay? I know this.
Yeah, that's
okay?
right.
He tells us,
Exactly.
look, at these two SAG guys, I'm new in the business, okay? So I'm just kind of,
Well, you'll be a SAG actor at one point, too.
Really?
So, yeah,
You think I
you'll
can get there?
You'll get
What do
there.
you think? You think
Look,
Yeah,
at Steven and I
sure.
got there. You're going to get
Oh,
there.
if you guys got there, I know I'm going to make
There
it.
you
That's
go.
for sure. Are you
Sure.
kidding me?
Don't we know somebody that can maybe help him,
I thought you knew him.
Somebody in SAG?
Oh.
Actually, you know what?
I
would
don't
like
think
to-
I know him.
You know, I wouldn't mind a role.
Tony, it may take a little longer.
You know what? Forget about
Tony,
me.
it
We'll
may
talk
take a
about me
lot
later. One day I'll
longer.
be a guest when I get fired. So why don't you continue on with your story? Tell us, have you lived in the desert forever?
No.
Where's your home?
Well, actually, now it's in Palm Springs, but I work in LA and I work in New York, so I go back and forth, but I consider home base Palm Springs. I was a theater major and a psychology major. I later went on and became a psychologist. I did get my doctorate. I'm a licensed psychologist.
Really?
So yeah, and I did do that for a while, but when I got tired of listening to my wife nagging and everything like that, I figured I'd let that go. But yeah, so basically I started in theater, and then I went back, got my MBA, did some consulting work, worked for a pharmaceutical company, did some real estate, wasn't sure of myself, and then got into acting about 10 years ago and fell in love with it. Did a little theater, then moved into film.
Well, very, very good. Are you doing anything with the real estate market out here? Is booming. Do you still act?
No,
You're not
no,
even active in
no,
that
my
at all
sole
right now.
source of income is
It's
with
just
acting.
strictly in the acting profession
I'm
right now.
what you call the old-fashioned working actor.
Okay, so I got to ask this question. So, we've dealt with many singers on this show. So what is the life of Steven Ciceron like when you wake up in the morning? I mean, and obviously you don't go punching a time clock somewhere. I mean, how do you get these roles? What are you looking for? What do you do? I mean, are you doing stuff online, or, do you show up for auditions? How does that all work?
So I start by combing my it's not long anymore. I comb my hair. But then I go on and look for auditions. But I also have an agent. I have an agent on the East Coast. I have an agent here on the West Coast. I have a manager, and recently just got a manager in London. So I don't know what that will bring a lot. And I feel I can promote myself better anyway than they can, because they're always looking, sometimes sending you roles that you don't think are any good, and they don't work for you, and then you go on the audition, your heart's not in it, and you're not good for the part, you don't get the role.
So are you kind of, even though you have a management team, managers, agents, and things of that nature, do you find that you're still scoring more of the work on your own versus them trying to?
Oh yeah, I know
set you,
exactly what
because-
I'm looking for, the mood that I'm in.
Okay.
So you work it hard.
Oh yeah.
Every day.
Oh yeah,
Every single day.
It's definitely a lifestyle. Yeah.
So before we forget, I really want to give a plug to our friend Angela Romeo and the work that you're doing with her as well. Why don't you tell us about that?
So Angela and myself and Jody Lippman, 3 actors, we put together a new production company, and we're producing some films. What we're starting with actually right now is, we submitted it already. It's called Always Here.
Yes.
We submitted it as a short, and then we're going to turn it into a series. We're on the 3rd episode, and it can even be turned into a feature if we like.
Well, very
we
good.
also have something.
Well, congratulations
Thank
on
you.
that first.
Before you
That's
continue,
really
tell
cool.
us your role in that. What do you do?
So in that one, I play Bram, and I basically play a guy who's overwhelmed by his mother. She's just constantly picking on him, and she's dead, but she's alive in the computer because she got into black magic, so she's still very much in my life.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's really
Yeah,
cool.
pretty crazy stuff.
Yeah, with the computer and all. And
Yeah.
eventually she'll get out of the computer and she'll go in my mirror when I'm getting out of the shower and I'm naked, and then, I'm sorry, this is more...
Again,
It's
we're
okay.
up to
It's all
3
right.
now.
It's all right. It's all right. So far, so good. We're still going to be on the air, I think.
Oh, really? Lay off. I don't see you lifting a finger around here to help. Damn, you won't even move the coffee cup up to the sink. When was the last time the great Vandy LaFleur ever did anything but complain? One wrong keystroke, and poof, your history.
Then we're working on something called 3 Peas in a Pod. It's where 3 people get together around 9/11, And our lives are so different. Basically, psychiatrist, and Angela is a lawyer, and Jody is a singer.
Okay.
And 3 different lives, and we fight a lot in the beginning, and then we sort of make friends, and the different situations that we get into. That could be made into a short, a play, or a film also. So we're trying to keep that in mind, all the different
Good going,
venues.
Stephen.
You know, you guys have been together a long time, but before we close this thing out here, I want to tell you this. Thank you so much for all your help on the set, and because I'm pretty much new in this business, and you've been a great coach, and when we work side by side, I have a lot of fun working with you as well. So I look forward to more in the future.
We have a lot of natural talent. You're a lot of fun to be with.
Thanks.
Very good.
Appreciate it.
Very good.
You as well.
Very, very good. Listen, everybody, we'll be right back with Miss Shelby Winstead. So stay tuned.
Hi, I'm Mark Lantero,
And I'm Tony Pomponio.
inviting you to join us
Every Saturday morning at 10:30.
on KPSE TV for the
The
Mark and Tony Show.
a talk show that guarantees to put a smile on your face.
The Mark and Tony Show, every Saturday morning at 10:30. Join us!
Well, here we are again, everybody, here for the Mark and Tony Show. But I have a special treat tonight. I've got a young lady here that is a personal friend of the family. Her father also is in Mark's place. So, excuse me, I'm getting choked up for it because I'm really excited about this guest. Please put your hands together and welcome this young lady, Miss Shelby Winstead, everybody.
Hi, how you doing, Shelby? Nice to meet you. Pleasure.
How are you?
So good.
Please
seat.
For having me.
sit down. No. We wanted to do this. I wanted to do this too because another national treasure right here in our little valley. You're an interesting lady with a fantastic voice.
Thank
So I want the audience to get a handle on how this began for you and why you're in this. And because you by far passed your father. Your father doesn't light a candle to you. So I'm gonna let you take it from here. Tell the audience a little bit how you got started, why you wanted to do this, and your background.
First off, I want to say one thing. This is the first time I've met you, and it's a pleasure. Okay?
Thank
I've heard so
you.
many wonderful things about you. I'm so glad you're here with us today.
Me too,
Okay,
along with
right.
the flamingo.
The flamingo.
I
yes.
like it.
You like the flamingo?
I like it.
Give it for the flamingo, everybody. Give it up. But that stays with us.
Right.
You can't have it.
I know. I almost asked.
Okay.
I
Finally
almost
figured
asked.
out it's a flamingo. I always thought it was a giraffe. I don't get that. Anyway,
Okay,
let's go.
that's my sidekick here.
What do you mean sidekick?
Oh, excuse me. I'm your sidekick?
Well, you know, we'll take that argument later.
I started acting first, and that was when I was maybe 12.
Okay.
And my dad told me about this pre-professional musical theater program in the Valley, Musical Theater University. Shout out to them. And I joined, and I started singing my freshman year of high school, and I went through the whole entire program and decided that I should major in musical theater. And I went to New York and started taking real voice lessons, dancing,
Wow.
acting, and I'm still doing it, and I've ventured off into doing jazz, which I love jazz.
Very impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you, I'm sorry, Tony, let me just, quick question. How did you feel leaving home, I'm guessing for maybe the first time, going to the opposite side of the country? I mean, a little nervous, a little, and I mean.
I think I knew I was ready to go. I mean, I was 17, and everyone asked me, they were like, oh, how do you feel? You know, are you scared? And I was like, no. I mean, but it's a transition, but I think I was ready, and I got there, and I knew that I was supposed to be there at that time.
Well, then that's good.
Just
and the
felt,
school?
Yeah.
just felt right.
Name of the school, what was the school
Oh,
in New York?
AMDA, American Musical Dramatics.
And just out of curiosity, where'd you go to high school here locally?
Ranch Mirage.
Oh, you did
High
go
School.
to Ranch
Yeah.
Mirage. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
Very
great
good.
School, great school, great program.
Oh, yeah.
And,
my kids went to Palm Desert. That's why I always have to ask.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. After the whole experience in New York, what was next?
Well, I graduated because it was a conservatory program, and then I came back home, and the pandemic hit, so that kind of shifted a lot, everyone.
Yeah.
And I remembered that they have a campus, AMDA has a campus in LA, and I was like, oh, maybe I should get my bachelor's. So then I kind of, I didn't mean to take a year off, but I did, of school, and now I'm still in school. and I graduate soon, and that leads me to LA and doing film, which I also love.
Fantastic.
So it was kind of like a good maneuver to.
I tell you what, you're doing it very, very well.
Thank you.
And don't tell your father. Better actor, definitely a great singer. Your father's a work in progress. I've watched him. Oh, he mud on. So, but I'm happy that you're here. I'm sure your classmates and all your friends out here are very, very excited for you. This is a big adventure for you.
Definitely.
A good adventure.
And the cool thing about it is you're going to be obviously going to be on local television, and
Yes,
everyone's going to hear a little
always
bit about
nice.
your story. So that's all
Yes.
fantastic. I think it's great.
Yeah,
Great.
me too.
So
It's a pleasure being here.
we're going to continue following your career.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. So, give it up, everybody. So, I don't know if anybody or how many people in the audience were aware of this, but I saw a blurb on Facebook where you were actually singing with a group of people on stage. What exactly was all of that, if you want to tell the audience? You did a fantastic solo job before you brought everybody on stage with you. So, a little background on that so the people in the audience can get an idea.
So it was an alumni episode that Musical Theater University does. And usually it's with all current students, but David, the founder of the program, he was like, hey, would you like to come back and sing? I was like, of course. So it was kind of like a reunion. Everyone that graduated my year and the years before this current year, they came and they sang solos and duets. And he was like, can you sing the finale? And just, be ready when you get there. And I was like, sure. So that was kind of just, because I hadn't done theater for so long. So that was my first glimpse into what I loved, especially after the pandemic. So it was kind of like, here I am, like kind of just an instant light switch for me.
You know, I was just thinking of something. You know who we need to introduce you to, which would be great wealth of knowledge for you, is Roberta Lynn.
Oh my gosh, that is a good call. We had her on one of our earlier shows.
She is a wonderful singer.
Yeah, very good call, Tony.
She had her own television program. She was a singer. She was an actress. You're too young, but she was on this show called The Lawrence Welk Show many years ago. A lot of folks know her. I mean, she would be like a walking dictionary for you. A wealth of knowledge.
Good.
That would be great. We need to introduce you.
Yeah, and
I
she started
would
out in
love
her
that.
career right around the same time you are right now.
Oh, wow.
We got to do that. We got to arrange that.
Fabulous voice. If you get a chance on YouTube, you'll get an idea of what the show was about, and you can get a glimpse at her interview with us because she.
Awesome.
Yeah,
I
she
would love
she
to
has a
see
wealth
that.
of knowledge. And
She has an
Tony's
Emmy
right.
Award. She
Wow,
won an
she's
Emmy.
an Emmy winner.
yeah.
And she brought that bad boy on stage here.
yeah.
too,
Oh my
so,
gosh,
yeah.
of course, I would do the same thing.
Yeah.
Look her up, Roberta Lynn.
Roberta
Yeah.
Lynn.
Yeah.
Take
Great
a
name.
Interesting.
It's a great name.
beautiful.
So, I have to ask the question, even though your dad's here, you don't have to answer it if you don't want to. With that beautiful smile of yours, do you have a boyfriend?
No, I have a girlfriend though.
Oh, you do? Oh,
I do.
jeez. I guess I asked it the
do.
wrong way.
Well,
No, I.
give
Love.
her a shout out. This is her.
Oh well, Natsa, if you're watching this, I adore you and I love you, and I'll let her know that I'm doing this because
Please.
I told her very briefly. She's like, "Wow, okay." So yeah.
Well, that's cool.
Watching
Very
this,
good.
hello.
Very, very good. So
Yeah.
she's excited. She'll see the episode and
Oh
everything.
yeah, she's
That's
an
great.
artist too. She makes
Oh, what
her
does
own
she do?
music. She's a singer,
Really?
and she produces her own music, and she's
Really?
Oh,
a
wow.
verified artist on Spotify. Yeah, you should.
Wow, how'd you two meet?
High school, actually.
Okay.
We weren't in contact with each other then, but we kind of always knew of each other.
Okay.
And then we just started talking.
Oh, that's
and
cool. Very good.
We kind of reflected on knowing each other, but not really. So it's,
You
it's
seem like you're
kinda-
very happy. I could tell by the look on your face.
Yeah.
So,
So, give us the name of the song that you're going to perform.
So it's called "Someone to Watch Over Me." Beautiful, and I'm so excited to perform it for you.
Well,
guys.
then, please, without further ado, please give it up for this young lady, and let's hear this song.
There's a saying old says that love is blind. Still we're often told, seek and ye shall find. So I'm going to seek a certain lad I've had in mind. Looking everywhere, haven't found him yet.
big affair I cannot forget. Only man I ever think of with regret. I'd like to add his initial to my monogram. Tell me, where is the shepherd for this lost lamb? There's a somebody I'm longing to see. I hope that he turns out to be someone who'll watch over me. I am a little lamb who's lost in the wood. I know I could always be good to one who'll watch over me. Although he may not be the man some girls think of as handsome, to my heart he carries the key. Won't you tell him please to put on some speed? Follow my lead, oh how I need someone who'll watch over me. Someone who'll watch over
Thank you, everybody, for coming in this evening. Hey, fellas. Shelby Winstead, Steve Ciceron. Come on, a couple of great acts. What do you guys think?
Unbelievable,
Huh?
unbelievable.
What do you think, huh?
Shelby,
She
she's got
is a talent.
right one of the best voices. So
She's
beautiful
gonna,
too.
Yeah, I mean,
on
for
top
a
of
young
it.
girl, she's going to really come around. But that Steve
Absolutely.
Ciceron guy, what about that guy?
Steve Ciceron. Well, if he can make it, first of all, it's on time.
All in all, a fantastic show, everybody. You fellas, you like?
Great show. Great show.
Excellent. So anyway, until next week, we'll see you then, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Hey!
Hey, yo.